Hey folks, what is cracking, man? I'm the Credit Savage. Welcome to my channel. All right, so a lot of you guys are now coming into the realization that cash is king, yes, but credit is power. And so, many of you that have had a couple of credit cards here and there, you have a nice little score going, have decided to take the plunge and get yourself a nice premium credit card. A lot of you are actually asking questions as to which one you should get and why. You have your choice between the City Prestige, you have your choice between the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and the American Express Platinum Card. So, which one should you get and why? And I will pretty much just go and talk about how I think and why I think that the American Express Platinum right now would be the card to get if you are somebody that is planning a trip in the next year or two and you are totally okay with paying a $550 annual fee because it will be offset by a lot of perks and bonuses that American Express is offering. So, you're asking me if it's worth $550. The question would be, it depends on you and how much value you place on, status and lounge access, as well as different other promos that American Express gives you when you spend a specific amount and get a percentage back. So I'm going to just go off on the top right now, and we're going to look into why the American Express right now, because of the extra bonuses they're offering and all-time highs as a sign-up bonus that they'll give you, is the card to get at this moment. And before that bonus goes away, why you should definitely pull the trigger, even if it's at the expense of a 524 slot, which means what? They chase 524 system, which means that if you take out more than five credit cards in the last 24 months, you're not going to be eligible to take out another credit card with Chase until you come down for that 524 status. So, is this worth the 524 slot? Absolutely. Absolutely. And let's just go off at the top and see why. Okay. Like I said, right now we have all-time highs when it comes to bonuses. Usually the unicorn for the American Express Platinum Card was the 100,000 MR sign-up bonus. At this point in time, you're actually able to get 125,000 points, sometimes without lifetime language, which means that American Express usually gives you a sign-up bonus only once during your lifetime with them. And so there's a lot of these that don't have lifetime language now. I am the best example. I actually got a referral that came with no lifetime language for 125,000 MR points, which, since I value the MR points at 2 cents per point, this is $2,500 that they're giving me back for $5,000 spent in 6 months, not 3 like Chase and Citi, but 6 months. All right, which makes this minimum spend a lot easier to hit than if it was 3 months, given the fact that I do have spend that definitely outdoes a couple of $1,000 a month in bills and whatnot, home expenses, groceries, so on and so forth. So personally, it makes sense to me. If you are somebody that spends, let's say, $1,000 a month in groceries, and you're also spending money in gas because you drive around and spend quite a bit in gas, you're going to be able to get 150,000 points, or up to 150,000 points with the platinum card, because up to $15,000 in those 6 months, you'll be able to get 10x back for every dollar spent in groceries and gas. So right off the bat, that right there, that sign-up bonus is insane. So if that doesn't move the needle for you, well, if you're somebody that's going to travel in the next year, and you know that you're going to spend money directly with an airline and not use like Orbitz or any other third-party company to buy your tickets, and you're going to go directly with an airline or through American Express portal, well, then you're going to get 5x back for every dollar spent, because this is a travel card. All right. And so you're going to say, spend, $2,000. Well, then those $2,000 are going to give you, $200 back, because that's 10,000 MR points. If you value them at 2 cents per point, then you're getting $200 back on the $1,000 spent that you're going to make anyways. So it makes, to me, perfect sense, and it justifies a $550 annual fee that you're going to pay on that first year. And then you'll be able to assess on the year number 2 if that card is for you, which such a big sign up bonus. I think this definitely warrants keeping at least 2 years, because we're not even talking about the lounge access that you're going to have with Centurion. And although, yes, they're going to, scale back on the buddy pass, so to speak, and you're going to be able to only get one person per American Express card into a lounge. Well, until 2022, you don't have to worry about that. So if you're going to take a trip in the next year, and then it makes sense, especially if you have somebody else that's going to travel with you, to get this card for lounge access, because Centurion Lounge is probably the best lounges in the game when you're flying internationally and nationally. Just if you buy a couple of drinks, when you're at the airport, this pays for itself, because as we know, every drink at the airport is about $10. If you have a couple of drinks and your significant other does, then you're right there, $40, $50, up in the game. So right then and there, this card is paying for itself. If you're traveling a couple of times this year, then, oh man, this is definitely a card that you should be looking into getting. 5x rewards with flights booked directly with airlines and American Express Travel, up to $500,000, like I said. So you're going to have access to up to 1,300 or more lounges in over 140 countries. The $200 in Uber savings that you're going to get, that is in addition to everything else. So say you like getting Uber Eats once in a while and you like getting food delivery. Well, you're going to get a $15 statement credit every month. It's not even a statement credit. It's just like, say, a coupon, okay, that you're going to be able to have with Uber Eats, and say, that's easily a meal, every month. So if you use Uber Eats, you could just go and pick up, at a restaurant, say, you want, I don't know, a number 2 at your local Chinese, restaurant, and it's like $12, $13. Well, then right then and there, you're getting a free meal. You're going to get $30 in December. That comes up to $200 in a year. And if you use Uber, then it's a no-brainer to get this card, because then you're automatically getting $15 credited every month. So if you're using it, you might as well get something out of it. The $100 fee credit that they're going to give you for global entry or TSA pre-check. If you travel, this is a must get, because it expedites everything. $100 credit that they give you with Saks Fifth Avenue, which is broken into 2 different credits every 6 months. So like January you get $60 or $50, and then June you're gonna get another $50. If you go on Saks and grab an item or 2, it's pretty much a nice credit to get, especially if you buy like a cologne, or like a nice, if you have kids, you buy some PJs for the kids, and some shorts, some shirts. You go into the clearance section. Makes sense, man. It totally makes sense. And so it's to me one of those credit cards that there is a little sticker shock when it comes to paying the annual fee, but once you've paid that annual fee, it definitely pays for itself. I haven't even gotten into the PayPal credit yet, which is $30 a month that you're gonna get for having this card. And you basically go and you choose this credit card as the form of payment. So PayPal will siphon $30 from this payment so that you can make a payment anywhere you want. I personally love Chick-fil-A. My wife right now is in love with Chick-fil-A since she's pregnant, and those spicy chicken sandwiches are her to go. So we got a couple of those sandwiches a month, and we'll just go pick them up because it's close to the house. So I'm getting $30 right off the bat until June. And I'm sure that American Express is probably going to work on something and give you probably another credit. Maybe not PayPal, but they'll find a way. Maybe a streaming service credit or a cell phone credit. But American Express has been really, really good about keeping their established consumers happy. And I'm very uh, I'm very joyful whenever they when I say they, I mean American Express and Chase and Citi go into a war vying for our attention, because at the end of the day you have a choice as to who you want to do business with and get a credit card from. So American Express right now is going ham, giving giving out sign up bonuses and promos to their consumers. Um, this is not even taking into account, all of the other incidental fees, credits that you're going to get, like the $200 that American Express will give you when you choose an airlines. So like I said, if you are going to travel and you know that there's a specific airline that you have in mind, well, then you're going to get a $200 traveling credit. You're not going to be able to use it for your flight and buy a ticket, but you can use it for incidentals like luggage, or food and drinks when you're already up in the air. And so if it codes, as a charge from that airline, you're going to get up to $200 back, which at this point, with all the other credits that you've gotten from this credit card, it's actually making you money. Okay, so if you take into account the sign-up bonus and the potential to get, 150,000 points with groceries and gas in 6 months, it seems like this credit card is by far and above the best credit card to get right now, if you are okay with paying a $550 annual fee. Which, if you're in the credit card game for the points, it's a no-brainer to get this credit card because of the all-time highs when it comes to these massive sign-up bonuses, especially if you get the 100,000 or 125,000 MR point sign-up bonus, and especially if it's attached to a no lifetime language. Okay, so I just, that's the best and most accurate information packet that I can give you when it comes to getting this one credit card specifically, and why. And I'm not even taking into account the status that it's going to give you with Marriott and with Hilton, which some people would value at like $100 a piece. I probably wouldn't value it at that, since I get status from my American Express Aspire card, and that's diamond status, and nothing is better than that. But if you're somebody that likes status and you don't have status with either of those hotels, if you want to play the merry-go-round status challenge that has, with Caesars and I believe Wyndham Hotels and American Express, by having the platinum card, well, then you have, a credit card that's going to rule them all, and that's opens up another box, of goodies that you can get with Caesars, which is like a $100 dinner credit or dine-in credit that you get when you're at Caesars, as well as no resort fees. If you're in Vegas, that's a big deal. Even if you're in Reno or Atlantic City, you're going to pay no resort fees, and that's a big deal, especially if you stay a couple of days. So I just don't see how any credit card can beat the American Express Platinum card, at least for the first year. And if you're somebody that's looking to maximize on all of the rewards that you're going to get with a specific credit card, and you don't mind paying $550, which you'll have to pay in the first statement, I assure you that this credit card will pay for itself. I can guarantee you will be happy with the sign-up bonus. And if you're going to travel in the next 12 months, I can guarantee you're going to love the access you're going to have to the Centurion Lounge, because it is bonus on bonus that you're going to get staying at that lounge, especially if you like to have a couple of drinks and eat a couple of appetizers when you're in there. It's just mind-boggling. The goodies that you're going to have access to once you are in the game with American Express. And although, yes, 524 when it comes to the Chase system is, something that a lot of people are hesitant to break tradition with, I firmly believe that this credit card is worth deviating from that and getting the sign-up bonus that American Express is giving you, especially if it's above 100,000 MR points. Or even if it's a 75,000 points that you get, but you get the 10x groceries and 10x on gas for 6 months on $5,000 spent. That's what I have for you guys today. I'm the Credit Savage. Thank you for watching. If I said something that clicks with you, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It'll cost you absolutely nothing, and it helps me out with the algorithm. So let's get us, to be seen a little more. Thank you, and you guys have a good one. Don't forget, cash is king, but credit is power, baby.